What's going on, guys? King Shrats here, back in another video on the channel. And today, yes, we were back in the kitchen. I made one of my tried and true favorites, but I think I did better than I ever have before, just by the looks of it and by the smell of it. That y'all get the vibe. Anyway, we made the Hawaiian dish that I have come to know and love. I had a few when I was out there, which was many moons ago, but I started making them myself. We made the Loco Moco. If you are not familiar with Loco Moco, a little food history. It was invented in 1949. Basically, somebody was looking for a dish. They asked for hamburger patties with white rice and brown gravy over it. Pretty sure that the egg came later, but they started calling it a Loco Moco. There will be differing origins, but allegedly there was a group of teenagers that used the name Loco. Eventually they just added on the word Moco because it rhymed, Loco meaning crazy. Apparently one of the teenagers' nickname was Crazy. Not that it matters, but I love Loco Mocos, and that is what we did. We also added some mac salad on the side. A lot of Hawaiian dishes come with mac salad, and I just wanted to make some because I was in the mood for it. So let me take you through the cooking process real quick. Started off with our burger patties, seasoned real simple, salt, pepper, and a little bit of garlic powder. That is it. We put that down on the pan, let that cook on both sides for about 4 minutes. It's not going to cook all the way through because we're going to cook it later in the gravy. Took those off. Then we had those bits on the bottom, so we just deglazed it with a little bit of water and flour, and then we added some of this gravy master to make it a little bit thicker, and then we added some seasoning to that, garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, salt, and I believe I added crushed red pepper, just for a little bit of spice to make it a little different. Let that simmer until it got nice and thicky thick. The brown color comes from obviously the fat from the burgers as well as that gravy master. I love that stuff. It's how I use to make gravy a lot. Add a little bit of mushrooms to the gravy, and then we added the burger patties in. Let that simmer for about 7 minutes just to get thicky thick, ready to go. In the meantime, we have our white rice. It is just regular white rice we washed, and we added some garlic powder to that. Let that cook. Added some cauliflower to it. In our wok, we just put it in a wok because the wok's big enough to hold all of it. Stir that up so that you can't really tell, but there's a bunch of cauliflower in here as well. And then we season that with just a little bit more of the everything but the bagel seasoning. I always use that because it has like sesame seeds, poppy seeds, and it just gives me kind of that a little bit of flair to it. Then we had our mac salad, real simple. We had our elbows. We let that cook obviously until it was tender. Then we shocked it in some cold water. Added that truff mayo to it, actually. I added truff mayo to it, garlic powder, onion powder, same seasonings, everything but the bagel seasoning again, and then we just let that chill out as long as you can. Overnight is always best, but you know, I'm just making stuff on the fly, so that is how I get down. Once we had that all done, we plated our rice, added our burger patties to that, added our gravy to that. We got our fried eggs, 2 fried eggs right on top of that. Gravy goes underneath, so we had the gravy obviously, then the rice. And then our mac salad to the side, and I'm starting to drool. And this is what we got. What are you saying? Let's check this out too. Got that mac salad. What are we saying? I gotta dig into this. Oh, before I even talk about it, this will be eaten sometime through here. I'm gonna try these. I'm kind of scared, I'm not gonna lie. Carolina Reaper flavored scorching hot Hers cheese curls. That's the longest name I've ever heard in my life, but that is what it's called. Apparently there's actually red pepper Reaper, I should say, extract in here. It's not high up on the thing, so it shouldn't be that hot. I have had red Reaper peanuts, which weren't as hot as like the one chip challenge and stuff like that. So I don't know how much dusting is on there, but we gonna find out. I'm a little scared though because I told you my spice tolerance got a little bad since I got sick with the Omarion variant. I had that a couple of weeks ago, so I don't know why, but my spice tolerance just went out the window. Hot sauce got to me. But let me get into this anyway. Should I bust the yolk? Bust it. Bust it. Come on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I want to see it. Can I see you? Yeah. Just hold on real quick. I'm gonna bring it to you. I promise. Oh my goodness. Okay. I'm getting too ahead of myself. I got. Oh, this. If you never had a Loco Moco, I'm telling you, it looks like a hot mess, but the flavors are just wild. Come and get in here for the real thing. I'm telling you, I'm drooling. Is there steam? Yes, there is. Man. Yeah, that's the best one I made. 100%. And I like the little bit of spice I added with the red pepper. I'll probably pay for that later, but fantastic. The gravy. This is that rice. The burger patty, it's such like a, it's one of those things, if you know, you know. I've never met a person that had it and didn't like it. The best one I've done. I think the trick was just making gravy from scratch for once. You know? What did I just say? Oh, I hate that. I'm sorry for the scrape. Alright, let's try some of this mac salad. It should be different because it has that truffle mayo in it, so I have a truffle taste, but we'll see. Ooh. I didn't use a lot of mayo because I don't cook with a lot of like fat. This entire meal has only about 30 grams of fat. And that includes the eggs and the burger, which is like 90% of the fat comes from, and about maybe like 5 grams. I'll use like half a tablespoon of the truffle mayo. But it's really strong, and that's why I used it, because I didn't want to use a ton of mayo, and I didn't have any of like my fat-free mayos, because those things are ass anyway. Like, let's keep it a full stack. Anybody that tells you fat-free mayo tastes good is lying. They don't taste good. It just makes things wetter. Like, it just makes it so you can swallow the damn thing. It don't taste like mayo. And this is coming from a person who eats a lot of fat-free stuff. Not in mayo. You gotta doctor the hell out of fat-free mayo. Like Grey's Anatomy doctor. That's not even a real doctor. Doctor Oz, that's not a real... Y'all know real doctors. Y'all get what I'm saying. Man, hold up. I'm telling you. Even if you don't know how to make gravy, get like the packet. You want to get the packets? Like, you can get the packets in like the seasoning aisle. Just use one of them, make some gravy. But make sure you use the even if you don't use beef, there's a lot of different Loco Mocos. The OG is the hamburger, but I've seen Spam, chicken katsu. You can probably make chicken, pork, Kahlua pork if you're doing it over there. You know. I feel like in the last maybe, I don't know, 10 or 15 years, like the rest of the country, at the very least, I mean the country as in the United States, has caught on to the fact that like Hawaiian cuisine is lit. And you started seeing it come to the West Coast. And then like as far east as Vegas. And then there's a couple popping up in my area, especially in New York. But I haven't crossed the river for food yet. One of the weirdest things about doing this whole highest rated thing is there's so much food in my area that I've barely left my county. Like, I haven't gotten out of a 5-mile radius of my house. And I have dozens of restaurants that I still are on my board. I have a grease board on my right. You can't see it, but it's like really big. Like the ones you see in the classroom. And I've like 20 to 30 restaurants and more. Because a lot of people will suggest things, because a lot of people, especially on TikTok, are from this area. I got a lot of like people that are from New Jersey, and they keep suggesting stuff. I'm like, oh man. So I did the Korean fried chicken video yesterday. Now, if you don't live in my area, the diversity here is insane. Like, this is so damn good. It's insane. You know, and when you start getting towards New York City, which is probably maybe 7 miles from my house, it's not far. There are a few towns right on the border of the Hudson River into Manhattan that have a very large Asian population. Fort Lee in particular has a very large Korean population. So there are dozens of Korean restaurants, fried chicken Korean restaurants, right? Like, you know, conventional Korean places, Palisades Park and a couple of other places. So I haven't even gotten there yet. You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's so much. Now, imagine when I get to New York City. You guys have to bear with me because I'm in this for the long haul. Like, I've been making content on YouTube for about a year. The highest rated thing started probably about, I want to say about 5 or 6 months ago. And I've done 2 a week at the least. So, some weeks I did 4. There's just so much. But because of my schedule, how I eat, there are still places in my area that I haven't gotten to eat yet because they close at like 4 p.m. And I'm still doing my day stuff at 4 p.m. I don't usually get done with work or whatever I have to do until 10 p.m. If I hustle or try to leave early, which I rarely, if ever do, I can get out at like 8. So I've caught some restaurants. So a lot of those I only can do on the weekends. It's tough, man. You know, keep the suggestions coming, especially in my area. Like, I do write them down, and I'm getting to them. There's a dude on TikTok, I'm not joking with you. He was one of my first followers. I've been posting content on TikTok for like 5 months. And at this point, I think I'm somewhere like 15 or 16,000. And he was like one of like the first 100, no joke. And this dude has been asking me to go to this hot dog place, it's in Clifton, which is near me, for 5 or 6 months. He just pops up, he's like, yo, I thought you were going to... I'm trying, bro. It's crazy. You know, I love doing this. Like, anybody who watches my videos knows how passionate I am about it. Like, it's not an act. This is what I do. Like, I was doing this before I ever posted a video on YouTube. This is what I did. I find places to eat with my friends. Like, I worked out. This is my life. So, I haven't been to that place since I was like 4. Like, I have the hometown pizza thing. 20 pizzerias. I've done 4. I still have to spin back around to that. Like, it's just, I feel like I have so much content that I want to put out. But food content is different. If I was doing podcasts or episodes, I'd be recording 5 or 6 episodes a day. But I don't eat that. I can't, because I'd be 400 pounds, 1. I'd stop making content in 2 years because I'd be at the doctor's office, 2. And I'd probably also be broke. 3. You know. That's the other thing. The majority of the food that I get, I pay for it myself. Out of my own pocket. Do the math. I don't mind, because I'm going to eat it anyway, but... And what I don't eat, I do share with my family or whatever. But it's pricey. Sometimes, you know. But I've been doing it for so long, I don't mind. Some people want to buy sneakers. I buy tacos. And some people will say, oh, well, sneakers last you longer. I don't think so. If I was just sitting in the corner eating it myself, maybe. But, you know, people get mad about the ads. One, I don't place the ads on YouTube. I don't. Anytime, any content creator can tell you this, you can do it manually. I don't. Whenever you upload a video, you can just put automatic, and then the YouTube puts it where it wants to put it. But that's what's buying the food. It's not like I'm taking the money and putting it in my pocket. I'm putting it back into the food. Or my setup. New plates. Just stuff, you know? And I don't mind it at all. I just want to explain like the behind the scenes stuff. I don't know how I got into this conversation, but you know, I know a lot of content creators probably wouldn't tell you this, but I don't give a shit. I have nothing to hide. You know, some people would rather, and this is another thing. Let me take a drink real quick before I choke on my damn rice the way I'm talking. Now, I'm not saying this to knock anybody, because how you put content out is how you put content out. And you got to do what's best for you at the end of the day. But there are a lot of people who milk content. And what I mean by that is, I could easily do highest rated and just pick one dish. And make an 8-minute video. You know. Have you ever seen me do that? Have I ever picked one dish from a restaurant? Or do I pick 3 at the least? I could post, you know, like people do on TikTok where they try to milk videos into 4 videos by saying, oh, like for part 2. I could easily break up that one video and make 8-minute videos to maximize the revenue. And you know, why I say 8-minute videos, for those who don't know, if you don't have an 8-minute video on YouTube, it can't be monetized. If it's 7 minutes, it won't. It used to be 10, now it's 8. So, if you see somebody, if you see somebody with a video that's 8 minutes and 3 seconds, they milk the shit out of that video. I'm just keeping it a buck. So a lot of people don't understand these things. And I'm not saying it like they're wrong. They're not. Because they paid for that food and they would at least like to make their money back. Or it might be their job. So you've got to be able to put ads out. Some people don't get this part of the game. But I'm giving it to you. So that's why you see that. You'll see somebody where they just add some talking points. Shit, I did it once. I won't lie. Crap. They called me out. Yeah. I forgot what video it was. I think it was the Popeyes, the beignets. That's what it was. Middle of the day. I cut out for an hour. Got the Popeyes beignets when they came out. Right? And I did a review on them in my car outside, which I rarely if ever do. So when I went to put the video and upload it, finished editing it, it was like 7 minutes and 40 and like 30 seconds. I was like, oh no, nah. Nope, no. I told you, there's no cap. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I took about a minute of times where I screwed up and I put it at the end of the video. You can go look it up right now. That's why I did it. I also did it because I thought it was funny. I had beignets all over my car. I was mad. I had powdered sugar. Most people wouldn't show you people getting pissed off, but I didn't care. So I put it on there. I've seen people put a blank screen for 2 minutes for the ads. And I'm saying this with the most honest, not rude, not talking down on anybody, because it's a job, man. Like, the work that content creators put in, I don't care who it is, especially food reviewers. I can talk from this because I do it. The number of videos you see pop up when something new comes out. A lot of you have found me in those videos, search engines, because a new Wingstop or whatever comes out, right? And they go drive their asses to wherever they gotta go, stand in that line and get that stuff and put the video out, and they do it all the time. And sometimes it's not at one restaurant, so they'll go to 4 restaurants or they'll go to 5 restaurants. I've done it. When something comes out at a Taco Bell, it might not be at one Taco Bell, so you gotta go to another Taco Bell. When new Oreos drop, ask any person who hunts for snacks, bro. Because I do it. I've done it for years. You go to every Walmart in the area so you find it. For the content. You were going to do it anyway, but when you become a content creator, you almost feel like you don't want to let anybody down. Right? You guys have, you know it, because you guys have written stuff. And I got in DMs on Instagram, comments on here. Yo, this new stuff came out. You want to do a video? Yeah. Sometimes I don't even like a Papa John's. Like, let's keep it a. You know I don't really put Papa John's like that. It's good, but I got pizzerias in my area, bro. I do it, one, because it's new. I enjoy it, and people ask. I love that kind of stuff. But don't. What I'm saying is, because people in the past have done this. Like, don't get upset at content creators because they make a video 8 minutes long, or you know, there's ads in the video. Like, y'all really don't get it. Like, there's only a small percentage of people who buy YouTube Red, which means you get no ads. It's like watching TV. You don't realize it, but even if you watch basic cable, those commercials are how those TV shows pay their bills. You understand? You don't think about it from that end, but we're not asking. I don't ask anybody for money. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't do that. I want Google to give me money. You know what I'm saying? But that's where it comes from. Like, that's why they play ads. I don't ever get mad. And I'm gonna keep it a buck. When I watch videos on YouTube, I let the ads roll. I do. Because I know what that means to the creator. It may seem like something stupid for you, but when you've been on almost the other side of the fence, I watched YouTube for years. Right? I watched YouTube since 2000 and whatever it came out. And I used to do the same thing. Like, damn, there's so many ads in this video. You know, people like, oh, I got ad blocker. I'm not telling you not to do it. Like, do your thing. But that's how these people eat. You understand? And that's how I pay for the food I get. You know? Like I said, I'm not going to milk videos and make one video and then put out a part 2 the next day and the next day. I could make one restaurant and make an 8-minute video and do it for you know, 4 days instead of doing what I do. But I don't. I want to get the content out to you as quick as possible. I'm not trying to, like, be that kind of person. You know? If other people do that, that's on them. I see it on TikTok, like for part 2. That's because they're making 2 videos. It's not as, it's why it's done. You understand? You know? It's like Hulu. compared to Netflix. Hulu costs $5.99. Netflix costs $15. Are there ads on Netflix? Because you pay for it. It comes out of your pocket. You get the basic Hulu, you get them ads. That's the $5.99. HBO, you pay for HBO. It's premium cable, meaning you paid for it. There are no ads because you paid for it. Right? But if you watch NBC, there's ads because it's basic cable. So, I didn't understand that, but now I do. Even just the cost of production, you know? People have to at least recoup their money. Now, there's people who obviously will take that and run with it so they can make as much money as possible. And that is what it is. But I'm not the type of person, so I would never do anything like that. But I just kind of wanted to explain kind of where that, like, the ads and all that stuff, what it means. Some people watching this are creators and you understand. Some people just like watching the content. And you guys are the reason that we all do this. So, first of all, thank you. But I just kind of wanted to, like, throw that out there. You know, there haven't been that many people that have said that to me, but I've seen it in other videos. When I watch, like, some of my buddies' stream on Twitch, you know, I see a lot of that. People like, oh, stop playing these ads and stuff. Like, it's a job. Like, what do you want them to do? You know how ads go away on Twitch? Subscribe. You can get ads. You pay $6. Otherwise, you gotta run the ads. Like, if everybody watching this video, and I would never ask, but if you all paid $1, I'd never run a damn ad again. Every video will be ad-free. And you can do that kind of stuff, right? They have member stuff, and I don't want to do all that stuff. Just watch the stuff, man. Watch the stuff. Just, hey, say hi, write a comment, drop a thumbs up. That's all I can. That's it. That is the easiest, most cost-effective way to support anybody's channel. You know, hit the thumbs up, drop a comment. That stuff helps, you know? And I am not saying that anybody is not good or not cool if they don't do that, because I am an avid lurker. I am an avid lurker. Anybody who knows me, if you've ever been, I watch Twitch streams all the time. I'm a gamer, you know what I'm saying? So I watch people play games. That's what I do. I have a Twitch Prime, right? I spin it around to a couple of my favorite creators and whatever. But the other ones, when I'm watching a video, I just let the ads run. And a lot of times, I'm not even watching. I just have it on in the background to let the ads run. The easiest way to support. Excuse me. We ain't rich, you know? Nobody watching. If you are rich and hey, you want a boyfriend? Cute boyfriend? I'm just playing. Just playing. Right? Nah. But listen. Thank you all. You know, I'm always telling everybody thank you because I do mean that. But there's not a fake bone in my body. I'm never gonna sit here and make stuff up or, you know, make controversial shit for clout. Like, that's just not who I am. I understand. Egg all over my face. I understand that kind of stuff helps get views. Right? You know, some people will use family members or friends or significant others, and you know, sometimes people will make up fake fights. I've seen it. You know, nothing wrong with that. It's your job. It's a skit. It is what it is. But I just can't do it. I'm not judging anybody who does. Like, let me make myself clear, because it's your job. If you look at what you do, your content, as content, and you're just doing like a skit, that's on you. There's nothing wrong with that. But this content is me. I'm being myself, eating food in front of a camera. And there are people who watch these videos who have met me in real life. Am I any different in real life than I am now? This is who I am. I talk like this 24/7. I talk to myself 24/7. I talk about food 24/7. The things you see me talking about, the things you see around me, I breathe it. If you see my office, and maybe one day when I'm finished with it, because it's almost done, it's looking good, I'm not gonna lie, I'll give you a little tour. But the stuff you see, I got my work stuff over here, which is just the fitness stuff and the food stuff on my board. So I have everything kind of ideas. I just jot down like little notes to myself so that I don't forget, because sometimes you start thinking about so much stuff that you can't. So that's a better advice to anybody too. Like if you got like stuff that you want to do, like say you're a content creator or you know, you're a student or whatever, even your iPhone or whatever, like to the notes, just write down like 1 or 2 words so it can trigger whatever it is you thought of, so you don't forget it, because you don't want to forget ideas you had. So I just jot them down, right? Excuse me. And I got a big W flag. It's not a joke. There's a huge flag with a W on it. I say W all the time. I live by a certain amount. Win the day. Do what you got to do. Win that day. Don't worry about tomorrow. Win the day. I got a wall with comic book stuff and horror movie stuff, right? There's a big mural of Michael Myers and Pennywise and Jason and Freddy. I'm looking at it. You know, Chucky and so on and so forth, and the Joker and Incredible Hulk and Venom and Spider-Man, and that's the stuff. I have Joker tattooed on my hand. It's not fake. And on the left side, I have a big wall of Star Wars shit, right? Big Darth Vader poster. It used to be back here. I got another poster with all the Jedi, all the Sith, you know, Yoda, Obi-Wan, Han Solo, and, you know, Admiral Akbar for if you're really a nerd. And I got my athlete stuff behind me, right? And there it is. You see Messi, Ronaldo, you see Ronaldinho. You can't see the other stuff, but I got different plaques for my own career, and, you know, Didier Drogba. This is me. That is me in a nutshell. I work out. I like sports. I love Star Wars movies and my comic books and the horror flicks. And I work and I like food. And that's it. This is me. So, you know, obviously there's more to me than that, but that's what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna try these damn Reaper chips now. If you want, you can bookmark it. I know somebody's gonna appreciate you. Okay, you saw them. Carolina Reaper cheese curls from hers. It says choose your heat right here, and the meter is all the way the hell up. If you're unfamiliar with a Carolina Reaper, it's one of the hottest peppers on earth. I know it's been passed by a few, but jalapeno is like, I think it's like 2,000 Scoville units. Carolina Reapers are 15 million. I'm not sure how much heat is in this, but I'm not gonna cheat it. I'm gonna shake these up, make sure there's all kinds of Reaper dust and shit on here. I really doubt that this is gonna be super crazy, but if you eat enough of them, they do get hot. I'm not gonna cap about that, because I did do the nut. Anyway. A little bit. I'm not gonna milk it. I'm not gonna milk it, I promise you. It looks like a regular cheese curl. You could prank the living hell out of somebody if you put this in a regular thing of cheese curls. You will screw somebody's mind up, especially if they're hot. We are gonna find out. They're pretty hot. And like, I know from the initial heat that the heat is gonna build up. They're not crazy hot, but the heat does build up a little bit. It gives you a little tingle. Like, I don't think any real spice person would think these are crazy, because you can see my reaction. I'm still talking normally, but they are definitely hotter than a normal, like, flaming hot Cheeto. I think they're pretty good. I just stopped messing around, because I've ate 2-3 more of these. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, they're a little hot. Tongue's got a little tingle to it. Nothing crazy, like nothing like, you know, one chippy. But I'm not gonna be one of those people, no reaction. They're not that damn hot. They be capping on these things though. Who be trying to lie? It says on here. I'm gonna try to read this backwards. I guarantee, what was I? That was a cap. I guarantee that you hotheads will not be disappointed. The rest of you, you've been warned. You lying too, bro. They're hotter than normal. They are pretty good. If you're a person who like thinks like medium salsa is spicy, these are how you want a toilet. But if you're a person who likes like hot sauce and stuff, I'm gonna chill with these because I don't want them to come out the wrong end. But if you're a person who likes like hot sauce and stuff like that, I feel like this is what spicy chips are supposed to be. I think they're better than regular Cheetos. Honestly, I'm gonna get another bag of these shits. W. Is it gonna be stuck in my hand? Yes. Let me get one more. One more and that's it. Nothing too crazy though. I promise. I actually like them a lot. They're right up there with my favorite kinds of. I don't really like puff because puffs are for wusses, but they're right up there with some of my favorite, like, from my head starting to sweat. Nah, they're really not that hot. I'm not gonna sit here and make nothing. Anyway, I'm gonna have a little chat with y'all. Share my Loco Moco. Use some music. I'm gonna start throwing in more reviews. I kind of found like the mojo to love with it again. So if I find stuff, like I'm gonna throw them in a YouTube video. Again, I could make separate videos and I'm not gonna milk shit. That's not how we do it. Y'all are the real ones. I love y'all. So we back. What's tomorrow? Friday? I'm not sure. For those who don't know, I'm not trying to put other people's business out there, but like I wasn't the only person who got Omarion. So I'm trying to like, even the person who I do the unfiltered, might be a while before that happens again, just because of like he got sick and I'm not trying to put his stuff out there like that, but like it'll resume eventually, but we got to be smart. We got other people we're around. We don't want to get them sick, and so on and so forth. So we'll be back eventually, but until then, you're stuck with just my ugly ass. I'm not sure what I'm doing tomorrow, whether I'll be in the kitchen, might get something to eat. I am not entirely sure, but we'll be back either way tomorrow. More content. I say it because I mean it. I love y'all. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.